Okay, good morning, General Chat. This is Vern Tessio, and today we have our first guest on the podcast. We have Discord favorite, Frank. Do you want to say hello to everybody, Frank?
Good morning, General Chat. Good morning to everybody except Devin Joy.
Cool. Well, the reason I have a guest today is because I wanted to not talk about new content that Joe is uploading to the Patreon. We're gonna actually go back through all of the uploads, starting with the first original Patreon upload, which is called Jamie Griffin Review. This was uploaded on August 28th, 2021. To the Joa Field YouTube account, and this is the first piece of Patreon content. Frank, when did you first become a Patreon to Joa?
It's actually a funny timeline. It was when Ted stopped doing feedback, and the first thing he posted of the 1-800-NIPPLES account, I went right there, and the initial impressions were not good. I was like, this kid is who you're handing the keys to? I don't know. But, yeah, that's when I figured it out. So it had to have been 2019, 2020?
Yeah, I had just moved out of New York. And, yeah, and like I said, so that timeline does check out. Same for me. Like, I remember when I first heard him, he was still using nipples, but I think turning over to Gifted Hater, right?
Yeah, it was a quick window.
Unless
I remember the 1-800-NIPPLES thing was fast.
Was he always Gifted Hater, but just 1-800-NIPPLES was just like his Twitch account or something?
No, it definitely was 1-800-NIPPLES, and then it switched because he was doing the TikTok thing, and I was like, oh, that's whack. I don't get that. And then he came over to IG, and it was the 1-800-NIPPLES account, and then he made it the Gifted Hater with the Yu-Gi-Oh kid picture.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good because it's nice to get some of the lore a little bit nailed down.
Yeah. It was it's interesting looking back this far too, because that happens in 2020, whatever. This comes out in 2021, and then you have the comments for this Patreon. I don't know if you saw, but one of them was asking for him to make a Discord, and it's just
so much has happened.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, cool. Well, let's see how this works, and hopefully the audio on the video isn't crazy. Let's see.
Hey everybody, welcome to my first Patreon video. Right. This is going to be the much requested, highly sought after Jamie Griffin video part review.
So you can hear that, Frank?
Yeah, he's coming through.
Exactly what I think, and I'm going to take no prisoners.
All right, let me just pause that as he threatens to take no prisoners. Bold words. So I also want to thank our sponsor for the podcast. This podcast sponsor is Donnie Magazine. Donnie Magazine just launched issue number 4. You can order it through boutiquemags.com. Donnie Magazine is a magazine for creatives, blending 10 genres of art, fashion, music, and design. Issue number 4 features a cover photo and inside fashion story featuring Antwerp fashion photographer Walter van Bierendonk, shot by myself. And yeah, thanks. There's also some other creatives featured in it. Donnie basically is a magazine that is full of cultural reflections. It celebrates experimentation, community, and staying true to one's creative vision. So thank you, Donnie, for sponsoring this episode of Good Morning General Chat. And after that, so at the end of this video, I noticed that Joa rates Jamie Griffin's part. That's not something he does anymore, right?
I don't know if he's given them a point scale as of late, but I don't know if it's been a point scale.
Yeah, it's not like a typical thing where some people will always have a rating at the end. I think he just kind of sometimes if he likes it, whatever. But he specifically gave Jamie Griffin's skate part 2 out of 10, which so for my rating for this original piece of Patreon content, the first piece of paid content for a Gifted Hater fan, I'm gonna hold the mirror back up at Joa, and I will give this piece of content a 2 out of 10. What is your rating for this video upload?
I'm rethinking the criteria for my scoring now, because I was not going to come at his neck so aggressively. I had him at a 7.
7?
I had the points for the hair. This is my favorite era of Joa. This first impression really set a bar where he got to pull the rug out from everyone, where he was like, I look like this. You don't know if I skate, and I'm going to say some crazy fun stuff. But then there's no editing in it. There's no good editing. There's no chop sounds. There's no presentation value other than just his words. So minus points. So I was going to give him a 7. But in fairness to the other judges on the panel, I'm going to reduce that to a 5. So Joa gets a 5 out of 10 from Frank for this video.
Okay, I like the peer pressure adjustments. That being said, since the target audience for this podcast are the broke motherfuckers who don't want to pay for Patreon, but are still Gifted Hater fans. So since this is an audio-only podcast, you want to describe what you're seeing on the video portions of this for the viewers?
Yeah, can you click me to a frame where he's not chugging the water so aggressively? Just like, there we go. Yeah, so here you're seeing a like silver gray touch of short, almost a bob type cut with the way it's hung over to one side, touched with a like very light blue, almost cyan to an effect, but a little bit darker tones underneath. It screams, I'm yelling outside of a Planned Parenthood for people to go away and leave these poor girls be. And I love it. I personally love it. He's only gotten more and more crafty with his hair and his lady glasses frame since. And I think more power to him. He's a fashion icon in my eyes. Yeah. Yeah,
I like the night. There's a naivety to his look in this one, which is which I really appreciate. Like the experimenting with highlights and colors in his hair, and the blue T-shirt that he's wearing is a nice choice. What do you think about the headphones? Are those like gamer headphones?
Oh, for sure. And I mean, I don't have much criticism for that, especially with this being so early on, but it is odd as a grown man to want your headphones to light up. But that's just me personally.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I have like the adult headphone situation, and it's like definitely not helping my podcasting game. So I'm going to have to eventually upgrade to something, hopefully. If we do a video component at some point, I'll have to get some light up aspects of it. And like you said, that's about it, right? The rest of the video is just he's watching the part and he's got his little streamer screen in the corner, right? Like who's PewDiePie the one who like originated that style of aesthetic for a YouTube upload?
You'd be asking the wrong dude. Joe is my introduction to using YouTube as like a whole, really. I don't follow people that were in the little box until he was the first guy in it, and now I know way too many of them.
Same.
Yeah, so I would have no idea. Like my introduction to PewDiePie was South Park mocking him and me going, I don't understand this reference. So
yeah, I got into a heated PewDiePie discussion in the Discord a few months back, but that's for another podcast, I think. All right, I think we are about up to speed with what we're looking at and what we're working with. Let's push play and see where it brings us.
Something important to note, a little bit of background about Jamie Griffin. He came up doing stationary tricks.
So what do you know about Jamie Griffin?
He lives in Scotland.
IG Bandit. Guy was a name that just kept showing up from the barracks for like 3 years in a row when IG edits and skateboarding were going crazy. And then I think this shit pushed him over the map, the YouTube shit, being at the barracks for the battles and then getting brought up by other dudes reviewing his parts. But I didn't know him before he like popped off on IG.
Yeah, I had never heard of him until the barracks. And at that point, like the game of skates to me were kind of pretty much dead at that point. And then watching him, I remember 1 year purposely not watching a single match that he was in because I just couldn't stand watching him skate. And fast forward to like whatever 2 or 3 years after him being in the contest for a few years, I actually ended up becoming like a big fan of his, and I actually was always rooting for him to just completely annihilate whatever stooge Barrow was trying to support, right? Like whatever Kariuma Pro or deviant that he had coming in as a ringer. I was always happy to see Jamie Griffin end up taking them out.
Underground space that used to be this used to be a Vans park. I have a clip there. Anyway,
Jamie's kind of a little bit odd for me because, like, I want to root for the dude that's in the shed in Ireland.
Yeah.
But he's on Team Barra that whole time that he was in the Barracks. So, like...
Yeah, I feel like...
For me, it was guys like Jeff DeCesare or, like, dudes that...
Yeah, but those guys just never did it, right?
No, they were never gonna. But, yeah, he was at least the coolest of the ones that were put on. Well, like, that Tyson Peterson kid's such a dork.
That's what I mean. Like, at the beginning, it was like he felt like he was, like, a Barracks guy. But then... towards the end, I realized he was just flying in for the event and trying to get that money and then leaving.
Which is, something I can definitely respect. Like, if they're going to get money from somebody who's giving money to a cult, go get the money. It's going to you, which is better than a cult.
Yeah, and I mean, now looking back at the Barracks, now that it's all basically done, I like to think that Jamie Griffin is the reason why the Barracks fell apart.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, I like the idea.
We should be thanking these people. If they were better and more stylistic and appreciated, we'd have had to put up with that thing much longer.
Yeah, I really think Jamie did us all a favor by, like, destroying the marketability of that contest and making the whole thing, like, unwatchable for a lot of people.
Yeah, no, he certainly did. And the Tyson kid. And then once they got Geiger involved, it was over. So... thank you guys at Braille and Revive.
Yeah, and
killing that thing.
And poor Geiger, he had a terrible showing in all those contests, right?
I think he didn't make it out of the... I don't know. I never watched them a lot, but I don't think he made it out of the first round.
I don't think he won a single one. Yeah. All right, what's he talking about? Oh, now he's complaining about B-roll.
Yep.
Layer over the top. Like, I think they got this video editor on Fiverr, bro. Keep the drip as well. We got a Vans long sleeve with the Converse shoes.
I will say, the line that comes after this, where Vario heals up, I did like that one.
Yeah, let's watch that one. Yeah, because we're 4 minutes into the video, into Joe's video, and now we're getting some skating, right? Which is also, I guess that was like a long intro from Jamie's part too, right?
Yeah, and the complaining about the B-roll and kind of introing who Jamie is, which we did poorly. So
that was a pretty buck line, though.
I get where his complaints are. The things here are things that are within this guy's wheelhouse, like so well within his wheelhouse that nothing you're doing here is making anyone impressed.
Because what do you do? It was like an 8-trick line?
I don't even think it was that many. Back nose. I think it was back tail.
Yeah, back nose is a pretty fucked up way to start a line.
Back tail, yeah. And then it was impossible off the curb, 3 flip, heel flip, ollies the block, and then kick flip. I think to save this, honestly, a real easy save, kick flip to front 50 to stare underneath.
Sure.
Like, he did it down a little step, hit the stare underneath for a 50 and pop out. That's a little more technical. That's something at least that looks a little better. Everything else that's here is, like, too easy for you.
Yeah.
And he is right. Going over the block is whack. It's something I would do after trying to wally it or figure something out. I'm going, fuck it, I'm just going over it. I can't. So,
yeah.
Like, I'm sure maybe he tried, but, like, you can't do it and keep it in the line. Or you have to do something better off the 4 stair that comes.
It is pretty wild that actually, yeah, like, I mean, this shows how little I was paying attention when I was watching this stuff. Because, yeah, the fact that this is a professional skateboarder's part and he's ollieing over, a good percentage of the Discord could handle that ollie.
And the thing is, too, I was going to try and say, like, misremembering here, the space between the kickflip down the 3 stair and then that box is not as small as I thought. He should be flipping over that box. If you have to go just straight over it, you should be doing the heel there or something like that. It's too easy.
Condense it. Quality, not quantity. If you're gonna do a really long line,
but that bottom step, that's what I'm saying. If he just lands on that in a 50, and it's a split.
That's too much for Jamie Griffin, though. That was also, this was 4 years ago, so the footage is probably 5 years ago. So it's like, you know,
of course the filming is
that style of skating had not really entered the like the zeitgeist completely.
Yeah, I mean, this was kind of right around the time when dudes were popping off with the little flip in combos to steps and stuff. Like, I do recall New York spots having a lot of that pop off at this time.
Well, even, I mean, there's always been guys doing that thing, like the ollie into grinds. I mean, even like there's a guy called Nick Jensen from like London.
Yep.
You know,
he's awesome.
Yeah, he was doing that like back, you know, well before it was, you know, cool, or like, you know, before like magenta skateboards and all that stuff. But yeah, I guess Jamie was not paying attention to any of that shit.
No, and again, these are aspects of a social thing more than anything. The dude's reduced to a shed in iron. What kind of skate content necessarily is he consuming that's relatable to where he is? So when you put him in these situations, he's not going to look at it with the same perspective. He's going to look at it with the lens he's built in a basement. Well, I can do double flip this, triple flip that. I can do 50 impossible this or a little backflip that. Like, it's not like he has the foresight to think.
No.
I'm going to do trick into trick to lead into trick into trick. Like, there's a moment in this where he talks about the shove to set his board backwards to do a big flip. And it's the perfect example of, like, dude's brain's not in the right mindset to make a thing that we as skaters are going to appreciate.
Yeah,
it's built for normal people.
He did a shove it to, like, show that he could do a trick in between tricks. And then he did a big... Yeah, that was a funny one. And it wasn't funny in like a sense of like, it just felt completely wrong.
Out of place, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like if he had done a kickflip there on that ledge instead, it would have been, all right, that's kind of cool, I guess, right? Like quick feet type thing.
And this kind of thing too, right? So like the clip he just shows, this dude does a little line to a switch 3 flip down like a 4-stair. Just do a switch 3 flip down a big block. If the whole thing's to lead to you showing us you can do a rolling switch flip, like switch 3 flip, just do it down something that means something instead. You don't need all the foreplay.
Yeah, and the frontside 50-50 to any type of trick out is pretty horrendous.
It's got to be a good trick out. It has to be.
I mean,
like the only time that you see it and you're like, that's good, is if you back 3 into a bank that's following the 50, or you go into a back 3 like nose manny or something. Like those are the only ones where you're like, whoa.
Well, it's always the spot. If the spot like
calls for
can
it.
Take it, yeah. Like a 50-50 frontside 50-50 on a ledge, just a regular ledge, you're already like you're fucked.
It shouldn't be filmed.
No. Jamie didn't know. Let's see what Joe has to say about it.
Okay, there's 2 ledges. I'll do 2 tricks. It doesn't really matter what tricks I do, as long as I do tricks on them. That's skateboarding. Not much of an impossible either, really, was it?
So he's basically also he's really analyzing the tricks for what they are, isn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah. He is approaching this with the same lens he does now. It's just, I don't think now it's as harsh of a lens, depending on who the person is, but...
Yeah, like Jerry Sue gets no notes, right?
Personally, I wasn't going to give Sue notes, but... yeah, no, I do get what you're saying here. The difference there is he does now have conflicts of interest, which is a funny line to see him kind of navigate. But he's done a good job, to my thoughts. Like he can't kick the gift horse in the mouth, but he still does a good job of spitting on the hands that feed him when he doesn't like how they got the food. Like he says what he wants about Last Resort. He's pretty open when the merch for sci-fi is lame or like doesn't hold up appropriately. Like he's not fully restricted, and you can see that he still holds an amount of integrity when it's close to that line. When it's away from that line, he's still himself.
I love the relationship with Last Resort where like Jesse Alba doesn't like him, so he's not allowed to be in any of their media. But then at the same time, like everybody at Last Resort wants him pushing Last Resort, so he gets their stuff. And then I also love his relationship with Pontus, where like unless Joe says something weird or fucked up, Pontus ignores him constantly, right?
it makes this such a fun dichotomy of like skateboarding is only networking. Skateboarding is only who you know and what aspects of you can be marketable. You're a YouTube kid. We know that people are going to watch your videos. So if you're going to talk about a product, it might as well be ours. But we don't fucking like you. You don't fit with our club. You don't fit in with our fat guy filmer. And that's okay. But we're going to use you for what we can. And just don't talk mean about the boss. It's any other corporate industry to an extent. Like, you just change the variables there, and it's the same template. Like,
Joa is like a great company guy, and he's probably an awesome coworker. He's the guy that you're definitely like, you're maybe not hanging out with him after work, but like you're so hyped that he's at work.
Yeah, like when he's in the office, you're like, finally.
Yeah, you're gonna have some jokes. I also love the way his he only thanked New Balance, and he didn't thank any of his sponsors.
Dude, some of the stuff he does really does impress me. Like, I know I am keen to give him a lot of shit, and I think it's led to him blatantly ignoring me as of late. And I've noticed, and it does hurt, Joe, if you do hear this, but I do like so much of what he does as a almost rebel to the things surrounding him that are very obvious to everyone else. Like, nobody says anything about this shit, but he speaks on it the way we all feel about it. He's done a good job. I'm not.
Yeah, and you think so, and it's I don't agree with all of his takes, which is the best part about it, is the way when you don't actually agree with something someone says, but you can still listen to it or laugh about it or find some humor in it, which is like, that's the thing that makes him so much more interesting to watch than a lot of people. I mean, it's kind of that thing like Jake Phelps had that thing, like Dave Carney, who used to write for Big Brother magazine, he had that kind of a thing too, like Chris Naracco as well. Like, Joe's one of the guys that currently has that going in the skateboard media landscape. Where
I agree.
Where even if you don't like what he's saying or agree with what he's saying, like, he's doing it with enough humor that like it's still entertaining.
I think that's the most valuable piece. Like, some of these modern comedians will say things just to get shocked, but it doesn't have any actual humor behind it. It has to be funny for it to be able to be offensive. And that stands for most entertainment products. And that's everything he does is still funny, even if it makes you mad.
Yeah. What's he yapping about now?
If you go back to 1320, there's the line that I was talking about.
They're just lyrics plastered.
Let me go back to it. All right, I wasn't gonna rewind, but let's do it. Is it this one?
It'll be right after this, because he does the varial heel up the curb with the nollie heel, and then the backside flip up the 3-flip. And Joe says nice things about it. Yeah.
Let's see what you want to talk about this. Or should we listen to him?
Like, so this part here, like, he has a good brain. Yeah. In certain instances, like that nollie heel on that spot is smart. Like, it looks thin where he is. Like, I see a transition's bigger now. Like, initially I thought it was thinner, but like, that is a smart line to have put together.
Yeah.
That was really all I wanted to contribute to that. Everything else was pretty doo-doo.
And did Joe agree with you think?
I think that's to an effect what he said, is that this line is like the reflection of someone who's good at skating, but
all right.
That's about it.
But so now what's he yapping about now?
He's using the song as a metaphor, because the dude in the song's lyrics don't make any sense.
The song are complete nonsense.
And this is the song from the part.
He's just using it to say how
there's no rhyme.
How Jamie aligns his tricks together.
So Masked Wolf is the name of the song, or this is the band?
No, Astronaut in the Ocean is the name of the song.
Jamie Griffin does the same thing with skateboard tricks. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no connection.
All right, hold on a second. You can watch this for a minute. I gotta go. I just gotta go take care of something.
Hey, you're good, dog.
Nollie and Rodeo. Why not? Impossible again. He has this really weedy little impossible.
Oh no! Bird. Bird! I didn't want to be here for this. Bird, I don't know if you're gonna need to cut this in to what sounds like a very healthy bladder of our 4-year-old host. It might interest you to know that in the corner of the YouTube, there's a clip for a, there's a clip for a Jon Stewart episode. Again, time's a flat circle. Chad, how do you think we break this to song?
Okay. All right, hold on a second. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh man!
I'm really sorry, man. We were there for that.
Hold on a second, I guess. I'm not done.
No fucking way. Dude, there's no fucking way.
Jamie Griffin is simply not built to work. They show it again instead.
What? No, don't come in, please. It's occupied. Occupied.
He doesn't. Then hit the stair set. That way you can avoid this whole sort of confusing U-turn situation followed by 25 seconds. Lines don't need to be 30 seconds long. They're supposed to be a bit shorter than that, unless they're really fucking good. This line was not really fucking good. I think I've only seen Jamie do backside grind tricks in this part so far. So maybe that explains why he felt the need to do this backsmith and then do a huge U-turn, because he's incapable of doing frontside grind.
Hey, sorry about that. I had to go help my daughter with something. Did I miss anything good?
Okay. Remember that
I couldn't tell. There was a lot of background noise.
And ironically, I think that this sort of
Your mic was on, dog.
Which is stationary skateboarding. So we're gonna touch on the title.
What?
Yeah,
What is?
Has like this
your mic was on. I kind of.
Wait, hold on a second. I may pause this. What are you talking about?
When you just left, your mic was on, dog.
I mean, so what did you hear?
What sounded like a very healthy bladder, my man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna want to cut that, but I could not hear him over it, and might have been laughing here and there.
Do you think it? You could hear I was taking a piss? Did it sound like I was pooping?
No. I heard it was occupied, and then you had to go back.
Oh man.
I don't know if you want to keep it. It might be the funniest thing anyone puts in a podcast.
No.
I would not say anything, and I would keep it to myself for you. We're boys. If you cut it right now, I'm with you. Like,
I don't know, Frank. Let's just watch the video. Sorry.
all right, man. You're good. I don't know how far back you want to go.
The better the trick is. Obviously not the case. My Skate 3 character...
So he's like now jumping from like ledge. He's doing like ledge dancing.
Yeah, which is not very helpful to his cause. But
they need some kind of image stabilizer for this.
it's the second pressure flip, so that's the third. I've seen 3 pressure flips now.
So you heard
Yes, talking everything.
You heard like when
clear.
You heard like when someone tried to open the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
occupied. Yeah.
Oh man.
So here's what I would
if you
Just-
cut it,
Just what I
if you
fucking
cut
need.
it,
How,
if you cut it,
how long are we into this? Dude, I don't have fucking time to do this again.
you're good, dog.
Fucking. God damn it. What kind of cigarettes do you smoke?
Marlboro Lights.
Oh, man. It makes me want to have a cigarette now. All right.
I don't smoke them straight anymore. I use spliffs as an excuse to smoke cigarettes.
Ah, that's a nice.
I'm not supposed to smoke cigarettes anymore, so I'm
Yeah.
supposed to have quit in January.
I'm 1 month. I'm like a little over a month with none. So
There you go. 21 days is the measure.
yeah, hopefully I'm done, but probably won't be. But hopefully.
Nah, there's not enough time left. It's not worth quitting.
No, my kid, she threw out my pack. I had a vacation pack, and she was just like, "Daddy, you're smoking too many of these. I'm throwing them away."
Legend.
And when I watched her throw the pack away, I was like, "That's a good reason to never smoke a cigarette again."
I used to do that to my mom. She gets so mad. When she stopped smoking pretty early into my life, like 10 or so. But before that, I was a little fucking. I would hide them all over the house so she couldn't find them, or we'd be at the beach and I'd bury her pack and she'd know I did and get so mad. I just care about you. And she's like, oh, I can't be mad at you for that, but like those are fucking expensive.
What did she smoke?
Oh, I can't remember. I'm assuming it's something similar to this, or like maybe Parliaments. She didn't, like I said, she didn't do it long enough for me to recognize what they were, but I remember burying and hiding a few.
So she managed to quit the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
She doesn't like that I smoke. She
Good.
didn't like when I started, but it's, that's how it goes.
Yeah, good. Well, it looks like he's about wrapping up. That crooked grind is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Or the kickflip crook.
to a stop. Yeah, it's dude, again, it's tough. Like, if it's like the switch tray. Like, if you're doing it to show us you can do it, so kickflip crook moving, you got to be moving and help yourself out. Pick a better ledge, man. This thing doesn't look like it goes at all.
But that's, I mean, based on what I've seen from like John Shanahan from the Discord, it doesn't seem like Ireland has a lot of great spots, right?
Damn, yeah, that's true. I forget. He's like, yeah, that's probably the best one. So, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you have to think about, and Joa doesn't do so in the video. But, yeah, I don't think it gets better than that one now that I think about it.
What do we think about Joe's bookshelf and his Venetian blinds? I see the pull-up bar.
Again, funny to see life change for this dude over 5 years, man. Able to live pretty nicely on his own now with his little kid's couch that he bought from Amazon. But the bookshelf there is a little odd. I don't know what items make this up and why you would allow the Winnie the Pooh to be in full display for people, man.
Yeah,
that's gotta go.
The Winnie the Pooh up there is funny. Do you think this is his parents, his mom's
Yeah, definitely
house?
a room at his parents' house or something. Gotta be.
That's sick.
This is early on too, so for sure. Those frames are atrocious.
Yeah.
Like the ones he has now are bad, but those are bad.
Yeah, I mean it's we're wrapping up now. So it was a 24-minute, 27-second upload from Gifted Hater for his Patreons. Do you have any? Was there a high point for you from Joa's review overall, or something specific maybe from Jamie's actual part?
I mean, the high point from his parts, the line I uselessly made us go back for in an audio platform to look at again. But the high point for Joe is probably the outro. I mean, best outro he's had since then. It's 4 words and it's over. So, I mean,
what was the outro? Let me play it.
I don't know. I think he just said like,
we'll keep our
goodbye.
eyes on Jamie Griffin, but first video part of his, it's not good. I'm going to give this video part a 2 out of 10. It's quite bad. It has very few redeeming qualities in terms of the skateboarding and in terms of the video itself. The editing, the music, the filming. It's all very, very, very poor. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in the Elijah Burrell video. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
The synopsis, he doesn't do that as much, I guess. But
And he does promise Elijah Burrell footage coming up, and Elijah has been a key character in the lore of Gifted Hater, right?
yeah, the turnover of the new leaf in the past couple of years has been fun.
Yeah, because
He
Jamie
pushed the
Griffin.
scale so heavy one way, he wanted to go back the other.
Yeah, Jamie Griffin is kind of like a one-off situation. We don't really hear much about him in discussion, but Elijah Burrell is constantly popping back into the zeitgeist of the Gifted Hater universe. So let me see if I have any notes that I wanted to talk about before we wrap this all up then. Yeah, I mean, I think we see the beginning of Joe as an artist and doing what he does, the way he kind of he has a wealth of knowledge of skateboarding, even if he doesn't have like he might not know that, have like a deep bag, like he doesn't really give a shit about skate history, but he does.
No.
But he does have insights into what he has. So just the idea that like he thought that Jamie should have leaned into his flat ground purist stuff and not tried to be like a traditional street skater. He should have just done more crazy flip tricks, sort of like what Andy Anderson kind of does, right? Like Andy Anderson
Yep.
leans into kind of just like the wildness sometimes, and maybe that would have been
watches.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting from Jamie if he did that, and I think Joa kind of tapped on that. We talked about the line, right, when he says, if I can do the line, there's a problem.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we did. We skipped over that, but it's funny. We did want to make a point of that because it is interesting to just look at the juxtaposition of where we're at now and how Joe's critique is if I can do the line, then it shouldn't be in the part. But if I can do your crooked grind shove to 50 on a curve, and I tell you before it gets out that it should probably be the one that's cut, or I'm thinking that's the one that's cut, and it's not. I don't know, man. It's funny now, isn't it? But again, Joe, I don't want you to ignore me anymore. So I don't even think that, dog. No one should think that. We love that trick, dog.
I don't think we ever have to worry about Joa listening to this podcast. So
No, I know, but this is fun for the people that might.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of them.
I'm gonna make my wife listen to it about 5 more times tomorrow. Be like, how did I perform when I took the piss? How was the bathroom break? Should I have edited it out? Is it okay?
Dude, this is such a moment. I tried to carry for a moment, but the volume was so loud, and for so long I couldn't fill the gap for too much. But
I hope it doesn't become a reoccurring theme in my podcasts. But
I think it might be the funniest thing that I've ever been a part of.
Might be one or done. But also there wasn't much humor in this upload, which is I think something we've come to expect out of him. And I'm just like trying to reflect on what like 4 years of Gifted Hater content building becomes, because now we have the kind of clarity of looking back at this with distance, and we just see this like young buck of YouTube trying to get paid through Patreon, and this is what he gives us. This is him like stretching his leg. And also part of the reason why he started a Patreon, from what I remember or what I understand, is that he was getting in trouble talking shit about skaters, right? Like he had some beef with a couple skaters, so he kind of didn't want to put the stuff in public that he was going to talk trash on, so he could hide it behind a paywall and it wouldn't start as much beef. Am I misinterpreting that?
No, you might be right. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't paying enough attention to him at the time that the Patreon went up. Like, my attention to him really grew once he fell into, like, the Gifted Hater form. And I think the Barra thing really pushed it over, because I've always hated Barra and been a long vocal commenter of hating Barra. So once I saw that start, and I was like, yeah, let's get on the wave. But I don't recall what provoked it at that time. But I do think his beefs at that time were a little more scary, because he still like lives in the area. And
yeah,
it's crazy to be in enemy territory and talking shit, like,
for sure. And that's what, so that's kind of what I felt like when I listened to this. Like, this is your first, behind a paywall, like, let me say whatever I want to say because I'm getting heat from people. And he's, he goes at Jamie Griffin, some kid from Ireland, and it's pretty tame at the end of the day. So hopefully, or not hopefully, but it's going to be interesting to see as I watch the rest of all these uploads to see if he starts getting a little more savage. Because I know a couple months ago, that he dropped a video about like the fucking awesome's favorite pro skater, and it was.
Oh yeah.
It was brutal, man. I mean, he was tearing that kid up. And
but the Tyshawn beef with him is different because he's gotten to make history with him. So I think it's a special character.
That one was incredible. That was back and forth. That was like yeah. So I can't wait till I get to that part of the content.
Oh, that's yeah. Hopefully that VOD is still there so you can find the VOD from that because that being on Twitch was a moment. Like it's crazy.
All right. Well, is there? Oh yeah. The only other thing I wanted to say was about like sus clips being in parts and like pros not doing enough. Like I feel like even Joa is starting to let go of that himself. Where he's realizing like, well, maybe there isn't some like merit and standard that every pro skater needs to be held up to, and it's not like being let down by a skate part by a pro skater is anything new or something that's only been happening. It's like, I mean, it's been happening since the beginning of time, the beginning of skateboarding. I mean, I remember the first time watching Animal Chin when I was like a little kid, and there's a guy called Mike McGill that was part of one of the original Bones Brigades guys. He's the guy who did the first McTwist, and he had this one skate graphic where it was like a skull with a snake going through the skull, and like it was a super popular graphic. It just looked really badass. I don't know if you know the picture the board I'm talking about.
No, I'm too young. I don't know.
Anyway, it was just like a super iconic graphic from the 80s. It was even featured in this movie called Gleaming the Cube. So it was like
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, so like this guy's name, Mike McGill, even like, he sounded so cool. And then there's this scene in Search for Animal Chin where they're all going off launch ramps. So it's like a street section. And Mike McGill is just like holding the camera, taking pictures of all the homies. So it was like this funny moment where like, damn, the dude I thought was the best sucks. Like everybody else is blasting off the launch ramp, and Mike McGill's like holding the camera, filming his buddies. So there's that, and then like a newer one like Nick Stain, right? Like people are constantly disappointed by his parts lately, or like PJ Ladd's every single part after Wonderful Horrible Life has been pretty much a letdown for people, I think.
Yeah. PJ is a unique one. I like to think about PJ like the Justin Bieber of skateboarding. You take a 17-year-old kid and you take his first come out part and you put him into Magnum star status. It's gonna freak anyone out. It's kind of where you end up.
Yeah.
He had the most normal trajectory. I mean, look at Jeremy Rogers. You have a complete next example of someone going the complete opposite direction with the same environment.
I was just talking about it just on a tricks wise level. It was like after, like he put the bar so high with Wonderful Horrible Life that every part that came out after, I felt like, at least for myself, I was always underwhelmed. I was always like, oh,
for sure.
Like, that's like, I wasn't surprised anymore.
I think some of that does come with, your first part blows up huge and then the bar for yourself feels like, I don't even know how to get after that. So that can mentally knock you back. Like, that's how I thought about that. But the thing with like Joe's point about, or people's complaint about their skaters not putting out enough footage, this or that, you have to remember too, like it's a business and this business has changed. The initial concept was there's a market for you doing crazy stuff and here's money for the crazier these things get. But when the market saturates and you get to a place where everyone's able to do pretty crazy things, I need you to do more than just crazy things. I need you to be able to sell a product. And that is more important than the crazy thing. Because I'm not investing in just a crazy thing for crazy thing's sake. Like that's grown out. Like initially these companies were by skaters for skaters, but you can't sustain it that way. So like when you have a complaint about people's footage, you have to remember that they might not be being paid enough to be throwing themselves down this many stair sets every day of the week. Like they might not be getting anything worthwhile to be chasing it that hard. And this whole love of the game argument only goes so far when it's been your whole life for these people. Like
that's what's been so sick about watching Jeff D having his big year, right?
Dude, he's my favorite. Nobody deserves to get respect more than Jeff D. Just grinding it out. And the thing is, too, he hasn't changed. He's been a pillar in the water. The water's just acquiesced to him now. Like he's consummate. He has not diverted. The shit's the same. The stick the same. The trick's the same. Like he didn't. He's flawless. He's the diamond in the rough that is current skateboarding.
Well, he's also he's clued in to all of the best trick contests going on every weekend.
Dude. No, and you know what? I love that too, because it's chip on the shoulder type shit. Like he's like, oh, you're gonna have some stuff? I'm gonna be there. You can't duck me. I'm gonna triple flip it, I'm gonna inward heel double it, and you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be there. Give me the money. Dude, he is my favorite. Like
That's
everything
crazy,
he does is
Frank.
horrible, but like no, but everything he does is horrible, and it's him. It's all him, dog. Like you can hate what he's doing, but you do it. It's good. Like you can't do it. It's ugly, but it's
when
good.
he showed up at the Hardee's thing at the D7 in this summer, that was
dude.
that
Like
was beautiful.
again, bro, icon like Jeff moments. It's that and the picture with the black chick. Like those two. That is it. He loves his chocolate and he D7 triple flip like crazy.
I hope he hasn't plateaued. I want to see more from him this year.
No, I think now that he's got a taste,
Yeah.
it's gonna be nuts.
Oh.
I bet you he picks up a crazy sponsor at some point, like someone who's funny enough, like Dime or Bronze, is going to see the market value in an irony pickup
It would be
and
cool.
grab Jeff D.
Yeah, let's hope for that. It would be sick to see him get an actual real sponsor.
Dude, manifest it. Let's go, Jeff D. It's your year, dog.
Cool. Well, I think that's about it. The only thing, do you want to do any shout outs?
Shout out Diff Name. Shout out Sigs. Shout out Kids. No Mids.
Definitely.
Neo's cool now.
Definitely, I want to shout out Different Name for being the first online orderer of Donnie Magazine issue 4, available now at boutiquemags.com. Different Name. They're getting shipped out of England right now, so he has the first American order. So shout out to Different Name for that. Also, shout out to Chris for running Clip of the Month, which has turned into Clip of 2 months. So we'll see when that goes. Anyone else wants to get in the Discord, Clip of the Month is still going for September. And yeah, well, thanks, Frank, for bearing with me and doing this. And hopefully,
Dude.
we get to do another one real soon.
Yeah, for sure. This was a lot of fun. See you, chat.
All right, Frank.